And we are talking today about what you're going to let go of and bring into the new year. And right now, I'd like you to take 3 deep breaths. You see my candle is there in the background. Just looking at for a moment what has happened this year. That's what I'd like you to start with. Take 3 deep breaths and think about what has happened this year that was challenging and what you've been working with and you're hoping to continue to work with into the new year. And then we're going to take it from there. I'm just going to set up my mic and you take 3 nice deep breaths in your own time. Three deep breaths. And whether you're here now or on the replay, I'm so thankful to be here with you. I was just on a call to Prague with dear friends that I miss and hearing about their madness with electricity and heat and all that. And so we were reflecting back on the year, and I was thinking about that with you. And I'm wondering right now, if you're here on the replay after those breaths, if anything came through for you that you would like to share. I have to say, looking back on this year, there's been a mix, and we were focusing on what was challenging and where the struggles were. And after that, I want to focus on something else. But just starting with that, because that's often what comes through. What comes really strongly is all the things we did wrong, or all the things that didn't quite come together, or were frustrating, or not as you thought. I mean, not as you thought, right? Oh my gosh. This year, I just calculated that we were sick. I am not kidding you. 6 months out of 12. 6 months. Yeah, I know part of that is about, children, but there was also a lot of stress going on. And I know that when you're on your fertility path, stress, it is a very real thing because it's all the things that are working and not working. When I look back and I think about my path, I remember winter was always harder because our moods were more contracted. Cortisol levels were a little bit higher because we were smushed into, public transport in the city in Prague when when I was pregnant, or on my way to being pregnant. Sorry, on my way to being pregnant. My brain. And I remember just also, it's this internal time. If you're here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's this internal time that you're looking at you're looking at everything and overthinking it, right? I'm an overthinker for sure. I often kind of go into, what if I'd done this, or I could do it that way? Am I being punished? No, that can't be that. That's not how it works. Why isn't this working? What am I missing here? And I know for you, there's a bit of that. So as you're reflecting and you're looking at what didn't go right, I'd like you to take another breath with me. And on the inhale, just allowing whatever is there to just be there. That's what's in the moment. That's what's happening. Whatever thoughts, those darker thoughts, those things that didn't work out. And then on your exhale, just taking a moment to really allow yourself to release those into this 2022 space, which is almost 2023, and allow there to be an expansiveness that comes inside of that you are, when you say no to something, when you release it, there creates more space for what you do want there. And I think there's a lot of space gets taken up with all those things that we're hanging on to. And there's a reason, perhaps, that it's there. It may be, hey, that's my kitty, stop that. There may be a reason. There's something that your body or your psyche, your spirit still wants to cycle through. And if that's still there, if you feel a tension and a resistance when I say to release some of these things from 2022, then I encourage you just to see what might be there. And we'll dig into that in a moment. Uh, Next, we're going to look at what you'd like to bring in into 2023. And I think that what we're going to do is now drop into that meditation that I talked about and really go into Ella, my darling dear that I love. I am in the middle of a live and you have lots of scissors downstairs. Please go and get them. Okay. I am glad that happened before the meditation so that I can really give you my full attention. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready to bring in? So now that we're aware of what's sitting in the room, what's been pressing in on you, let's see what we've got here to dive into. So find a comfortable sitting space. And if you're comfortable or you're not driving, then or doing something else which requires your eyes being open, close your eyes and readjust if you notice that your body's in a strange position or not comfortable. Take another deep breath in, gathering all the energy you need for this moment and exhaling when you're ready. Allowing whatever it is that's ready to let go, to let go. And allowing that space that we talked about earlier to live, to be a vibrating live thing, this awareness of what isn't ready to be let go of, yet is taking up a lot of space, and what you can do with that. Just saying hello to that is coming up, the energies, the stories that are popping up, allowing them to have their space and saying thank you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for teaching me and growing me. And if you are ready, you can say thank you, and I am ready for a new path that feels vibrant and alive and relaxing and peaceful and joyful. And you can add any other words in there, any other feelings that would, for you, feel like you're on your successful path. Maybe it's clear way to decisions that you need to make. Being aware of the choices that are truly yours, the ones that speak to your soul and are a yes. What are those choices if you don't feel them now? Is there something that you have been doing or striving toward, meaning trying to move towards, but it's maybe not working? Is there anything in what you've been doing, even if you've been told it's the thing to do, that you need to let go of, that you want to let go of, but doesn't feel good anymore? I want this space to be a place that you can be reminded that it's okay to let go of things that don't feel right, no matter what the logical thinking might be, or what some expert, myself or doctors or clinic or someone else has told you. Trust in your deep knowledge of self. I want you to take another breath here and exhaling and letting go of any other tensions that may be coming in. Notice if there's any tensions in your body. I was feeling it in my solar plexus, in the lower chest area, and in my throat. And I'm looking at what that is for me. Maybe that's about speaking out something. Maybe it's about courage. Solar plexus is about courage. It's that place right below your ribs where your stomach and your things sort of begin, that little gap in there. It's about courage. It's about self. It's yellow. If you're looking at that energy world. And take another breath here in your own comfortable way, time, and look forward into 2023 and consider, even if this is or isn't your calendar for your culture, just consider in the next few months, when do you see yourself in the most receptive space? Is it winter when it's cozy and the rain is outside and tapping on the roof and you know you don't have to be anywhere? And you relax and you expand into that, perhaps the snow. Is it spring when the flowers are opening and the vitality of the earth is vibrant and colorful? Perhaps it's summer when it's even warmer and things become more dry and you can walk anywhere or sit under the cool trees. Perhaps it's fall when things are beginning to find new color in the leaves and they're beginning to move towards a time of more inside. When is your time? And just ask the question of your body, when is that time when you feel your body the most relaxed and ready to receive that baby, the babies? Receive them in your body or in your arms, depending on your path. When do you feel that's happening? And just allow that truth that comes through to be. And let it sit off to the side for this moment. And maybe you need an exhale like that too. I needed it. And the last thing is there something else that you, not necessarily connected to this fertility path, need for you? Because that thing, those things, I would start with one. If you can add more, great. That is the thing that gets you vibrating differently. I know if you've been here before, you know we talk about that. That if it's new work or doing your work differently, if it's about creating, and it's all about creating, how you want to create things in your life. More quiet, more outside time, more connection with people, less. What you're creating on this planet, what you're doing as your work, your purpose, what you're doing to support this path, how to find more joy in that. What do you actually need? Just one thing. Pick one thing right now. And if it's not clear, then just ask for clarity in the next days. And just allow what is. And if answers or words aren't coming, that's okay too. Know that what you've been doing and what you continue to do on this path in your fertility journey, it's yours. And you get to choose how it is, how it looks, how it tastes, how it feels. It's your artistry of what you're creating for your path. And you are creating it in the yeses and the nos. Whether it's going natural or assisted, whether it's having someone else have your baby for you because your body says, not right now. What is your path? And can you accept with open arms, with deep trust? Is there a deep trust between you and your body? You and the universe, God, whatever it is that you connect and believe in, what allows you to energize and know the answers. As I look back, oh, it's disappeared now, the candle. I'm reminded of candles and the light that they bring. That light that you bring into the space, you bring into the lives of the people around you, and you are attracting. That light of yours is attracting that babies into your life. Trust in that. It's never in our timing. Mrs. M, letting go, letting God. I got a little chill when you said that. We all have our own way of connecting, and there's something that it sounds so easy, that letting go, but it's that deep trust of really being vulnerable and receiving what's meant to be yours. Oof, it is powerful and strong. So just giving yourself a bit of grace in the moments when letting go into that receiving is not possible. And when it is, just breathing it in. You're doing great. I know that there are going to be hard moments again, and there's going to be fantastic ones where you think, oh, this is what I've been waiting for. And while today is wrapping up, and we're going to take a last breath and exhale. And if you're ready to open your eyes, if you closed your eyes, let me know in the comments some of the things that came up for you, if you're willing to share. And know that while this is the last weekly live, I will do my best to have a live once a month. I'm thinking the third Friday of every month at the same time, 10 a.m. Pacific. And, if you're new, subscribe and you'll hear about those. You'll get a little bell that comes up that I've got something going on. And know that there's things down in the description, some free things for you if you've had loss or you're moving forward. And you can ask me anything right now. It's when you've tried it all and the only option was to let God. Yeah, there is a point when you get to that, isn't it? Where you just have to, it's like, okay, I don't know. I don't know. Just, sit back and know where you want to head. It's like being in a taxi, and you're used to always being the driver. It's not comfortable always to not be the driver, but you can still know your destination. Please take me here. This is where I want to go, and let someone else show the way or drive the way or choose their own way and choose your way, so to speak. And then you get to say yes or no, and you can still make turns or say, hey, can you go left there? I want to go left there. That's fine. And remembering that nothing is set in stone. You can be in the midst of saying yes to something and shifting it. And the universe, God, brings things right up into your awareness sphere and says, okay, is this it? Or are you sure about that choice? And then you get this whoosh of, oh, why is this happening again? Or why is this choice coming up? I already decided. But it gives you, it often helps you to be sure about what you're doing. And if you can get to that letting go, that's how I found my partner and my amazing apartment at the time. And eventually the same path happened with my daughter. And I think that it's the strongest, most brave thing that you can do. And if you can find your way there, then that's success. And that brings good things to life, not just literally to life as your babies, but also for your life. If you have any other questions, I am here. If you'd like to ask, I see another person has popped in. You're welcome to ask me anything and come back and see the meditation. It's kind of a few minutes in, but you can move forward as you like. That's the great thing about replays. If you have any questions or even just something that you would like to give energy to that I can support you in right now, I would very much like to do that. This is the end of the year, so we're looking at letting go of some things and taking in others, or just simply being receptive and knowing that you're not alone. Yeah, wherever you are in the world, that this space is here. And I'm going to start doing, actually I just did a video, so there's a new video up for the first time in many, many months, and I'm going to start doing that. That's where I'm putting my energy for a little bit, to do shorter things for you, so you can not, if you can't be here for the longer times, if there's anything I can give you, I'm here. Otherwise, we'll take a last deep breath in and exhale. And I wish you well on your fertility path, midlife or otherwise. You are amazing. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Mrs. M. I'm so thankful that you could be here for this time together. And if you missed part of it, then just jump in to the replay. And I chat for a bit in the beginning, kind of just getting us rolling. And then we dive into the meditation. And I wish you an incredible end to your 2022, and taking a moment with your hand on heart now or in a walk or any other time, just checking in with what's yours. What is yours? What keeps you alive and excited and fed and fulfilled? Hot girls for you. I don't think you're in the right site. But we are hot. We just are hot and on a roll with other things. Anyway, I wish you really well. It cracks me up. That reminder of the wildness of life and what you need for your wildness in life. All right. I wish you well, and let 2023 be exactly what you deserve. Actually, beyond what you think you can deserve, because I think sometimes we limit ourselves in that. And I believe in you. I'm Coach Ariel Andersson. I wish you a beautifully imperfect day in your path with fertility and everything that brings you joy and health.